Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. July, let me see, 24th. Yes. Okay. So, didn't stream yesterday. There's a lot going on, so probably won't be able to stream every single day, but I'll try my best to, you know, keep a good videological documentary of this journey. But anyway, looks like we had a lot of good earnings over the past few days. However, the markets continue to sell off. Um, so that's why I generally just, the information is good, the earnings reports and all that. However, the market's doing what it's doing, so I kind of tend to not form a bias based off of earnings or what have you, but just what the charts are showing, and we formulate a plan based off that. So right now, what we have is I kind of marked out. I did my pre-morning analysis. We're currently in a 15-minute gap. Uh, there's a buy side, sell side inefficiency. So this gap was created on the way up when we had kind of a bullish rally. So I kind of tend to mark those areas. So if we inverse this 15-minute gap with a body close below, that's good indication for shorts. And we have some sell side objectives down here. We have the New York midnight open, Asia low, and prior day lows, monthly lows, and what have you. So that's good on NQ. ES is a similar situation. We're currently below a 15-minute fair value gap. Bearish 15-minute fair value gap was created on the way down. Same with NQ. Currently inside buy side, sell side inefficiency. And we have similar objectives below the midnight open, Asia low, and prior day lows, and what have you. Above here, we have a 4-hour bearish fair value gap. What I'd like to see is, this is a 15-minute. I'm going to get rid of that. What I'd like to see is for price to sweep these highs, these key level buy side, Asia high, maybe tap into that 4-hour inefficiency before heading lower if the market's going to head lower. Right now, it seems like what we're doing is maybe at the open, we see a big bullish candle, big sell-off to sweep these lows, get down into these lows, maybe tap towards the New York open, and then head up. It may not do it all in one candle. We may see a quick down, side sweep the London lows, come back up for a small pullback, and sweep some more lows. But basically, if we're going from exterior, this is interior price here. What we're looking for is this exterior liquidity here. So, as of now, this will be considered exterior key buy side liquidity. So if we sweep that, tap into that 4-hour bearish fair value gap, it would be high probability for lower prices. If we sweep lower first, maybe sweep Asia, come back up for a small pullback. So if we go down here, maybe sweep Asia, come up, bounce off of the midnight open, come back down, sweep prior day lows, and come back up, bounce off of New York open, come back up, and then work our way up. That's kind of maybe what the day would look like on that level. So if we go first, if we sweep these highs first, we may at the open see here, sweep Asia on a big bullish candle, sweep Asia, come down, boom, sweep these high side, tap into here, then head down for the day. Come back down, boom, 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 boom. So that would be a bearish day. So it all depends. Are we going to go here first at the open, or are we going to go here first at the open? And then find our way back up. So those are two options. So we'll just see at the open what's going on. Now, as for myself, what I'm going to do is, depending on where we go at the open, I kind of marked out, of course, this 15-minute inefficiency. So if we break below this 15-minute inefficiency, I probably won't wait until we get another 15-minute candle for a close before I look for some shorts. Just all depends. What I'll do is I may go down to the 5-minute. I've marked out some inefficiencies here as well. So I like this one here. So we have one here, 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 here. So I'll mark this one out here. I marked this one out here because when we hit this last time, we hit this fair value gap last time, went straight up. So that was a nice bounce point. So I'll mark out this gap here, this 5-minute gap here. If we inverse this 5-minute gap here, that would be good indication for a reversal. I mean, for a continuation to the downside. So we would get a buy, and we'd have enough time for a 5-minute body close below here to still hit these lows here, because we'd have about 60 points to New York open. We'd have about 80 points to Asia low, and over 100 points to prior day lows. So these sell side objectives, still we have enough distance there to continue lower if we wait for a body close below that 5-minute. Let's see, we have a 5-minute here too. So, and this is a balanced area here, because we have two fair value gaps aligned on top of each other. So this here is a good area here. That's a balance area. So honestly, if we break below this area here with a nice body close, that also would be a good indication. Now we kind of broke below just a little bit, but not quite, not a whole lot. So I'd be interested in seeing a body close below there. Here is a 5-minute order block that's been holding up pretty well. So we'll mark that out. We've touched basically mean threshold of that area there. So there's a few indications to the downside. If we bounce off, we've bounced off the mean threshold of this 5-minute order block, and we're currently bouncing up. So if we invert this 5-minute here on the way up, I'd be looking for higher prices. I may even pre-open. What do we got? What time? What's our time? Oh, so we're open actually now. Right there, we're at the open. Haven't seen a whole lot. We're seeing some upticks. Let's see. So if we get a close above this 5-minute, I'd be interested in seeing some higher prices. So let's see. Right now, as of now, we are respecting this bearish 5-minute fair value gap. We've bodied below consummate encroachment. So let's see. Let's look for some inversions here. So we are seeing some sell side pressure here, looking down. So it looks like we're manipulating to the downside. So we may see some early sell side pressure, which sets us up for maybe the rest of the day for some longs. Or we could just see a complete sell-off. So let's see. We got about 2.5 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. So we're just gonna wait and see what we get. I'm gonna check the 15-minute. Yeah, that's our 15-minute that we're looking at here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open that up so we can see. I want to see that on my lower time frames. I hate when it does that. So I'm looking at if we get a close below here. We may look possible short there if we get that. So we'll wait for a close there. We got about a, well, there we go. See if we can't get some type of, it looks like, yeah, I'm a little, it looks like I gotta do some fixing on that. So I'm possibly looking at maybe getting into a short here. I realize my data is a little off on here. I got to get that fixed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over here. So actually, what I'll do is I'll go to our IQ chart here. Jab 3 micros there. Let's get into a sell there. I'm gonna add into that just a little bit. So we're not gonna look for too much here. I'm gonna probably look for 539. I think it's just totally off right now. Something's going on here. 598. So we got about there. I'm gonna go ahead and close that out. Grab that 250. Look for a small retracement. Then we get back down. Let's see. So we're looking at a retracement here. So I'm gonna go in here and fix what's going on. I don't know what I got going on right here. Let's see. Yeah. So it looks like my let me update this real here. 1 second here, guys. Give me 1 second. So my data, I'm missing my real-time data. I gotta get some. So I'm trying to update my data here, which sucks. What I have to do right now. Jeez. All right. You see that? It's going all the way back up there. Just bear with me here. I'm trying to update my data because, as you can see, we're off right here on the candle. It says about 9:35. We're actually about 10 minutes off. It's 9:45. So my data expired, and that's important for when I'm charting. So I'm trying to update my data. I just can't figure out how to select it. So there's my real-time market data. Explore now. Okay, I see that. Okay, so now just give me the option. This is what I want, my CME. Can you give me the option to buy it? Okay. All right. All right, let's see. Give me 1 second here. All right, now it looks like we're good. Set out to be a pretty good trade there. We've come down to a first higher time frame key level there. Still haven't hit midnight open, so we do have some more room there to the downside. So let's see. So now she at why is it still behind? Oh, let's do this. I have to sign out and sign back in. Gotta try to update. Sign back in. Now let's see. Okay, 950. 950. Now we're on. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So we smacked New York Open, smacked the prior day lows. We did a technical difficulty, didn't catch that full move. Now we may be looking for either a continuation or a reversal. So let's say we still got pretty strong movement to the downside here. So I do have a major area sell side liquidity here at 227. So I'm looking at the previous week low, which we hit. So I'm looking at here this sell side liquidity to hit this monthly fair value gap. That's what I'm looking at on my draw there at 227. So we got about a minute and a half left on this 5-minute candle. I'm wanting to see a small pullback before maybe possibly getting a second entry into aiming for these for this sell side liquidity, tapping into that monthly fair value gap. We did get a pretty good trade here on my IQ Capital account. Just looking for a small pullback so I can jump in here. So let's see if I can't get it. 227. Get a small pullback into this little 1 minute here. And it looks like it's just going to pump down. I'm going to get in there with small 3 micros. Just because we're so far down the leg. I see some hesitation there. So it makes me want to just wait and see, because we may be looking at a possible reversal here. We are pretty far down the leg. So I'm going to give it a chance for this candle to close before I make a decision here. But I just don't like the hesitation. We're at that 950 macro, so it may continue to deliver to the downside, or we may possibly see the reversal. So we need to see a push down on this candle here. And if we continue to see pressure to the upside, we'll close this trade out. Yeah, I'm going to close this out. We may tap into this fair value gap before heading lower. If that's the case, then I'll be more confident.
Order filled.
So let's see. So I increased my size. It looks like it wants to head down to the downside. I'm banking on this 950 macro to deliver us to sell side liquidity. So it's kind of putting up a little bit of hesitation there, but let's see. Let's see if we can hold up there. Just gonna give it a little bit of room there up to the top of that candle. Let's see if we may just be testing this fair value gap. Maybe sweep this interior liquidity there before heading to the downside. So let's see. NQ is notorious for trying to shake you out the trade because it's so volatile, but we're gonna hang in there and see if we can't catch the rest of this continuation to the downside. We got about 15 seconds here before a new 15-minute candle, and that 15-minute candle is very, very strong. It's not too much of a bottom wick there. At about 3 seconds, and it's one. We got closing below that previous 15-minute candle, which is good. We may see even some pullback to 50% of this candle, but I'd hope for no more than 25% retracement, then push down and deliver us to the sell side. So it's currently 10 o'clock. This is a new hourly candle as well. So we may be forming a top wick first before pushing down, which would be ideal. But we are getting kind of tight. Ideally, I would have waited until that new hourly candle to form this top wick before entering, as we may have got to enter, and there it is, wick this out there. So it's okay. Have our 5-minute fair value gap there. That we created on the way down. It looks like we're trying to respect this 5-minute bearish fair value gap. Let's see if we can't get some push to the downside here. This is 50% of this bullish 5-minute candle here. Seeing if we get maybe which lines up with constant encroachment of this 5-minute bearish fair value gap.
Order rejected. Order rejected.
Just give me 1 second here, chat. Just trying to see if I can pick up this account real quick. All right, so it looks like price is trying to reverse here, which makes sense after hitting these key sell side levels here. We are getting up past 50% of this bullish, this bearish candle here. So we didn't quite hit the sell side tap into this monthly fair value gap, but we are seeing some V-shaped recovery here and a possible inversion of this 5-minute fair value gap. So let's see. It probably won't invert on this candle. We got about 8 seconds left. We're approaching the end of this 950 macro, which looks like it just delivered to the downside here. So we may see some continuation to the upside from here if we don't see a break of this low here. So let's see. So let's see. All right, sorry about that. So it looks like we're trying to respect consummate encroachment of this 5-minute fair value gap by just wicking below it but bodying above it. We got about a minute 15 seconds before close this 5-minute, which if we get an inversion of this bearish 5-minute fair value gap, that'd be a good, I'd take that IFEG for a long. It looks like we do have a good chance of that inversion happening. So we didn't close above this 5-minute fair value gap for an inversion. We are continuing lower. So let's see. This is not taking my card for some reason, which I don't know why. It's always something. Four, two, nine. So it looks like we are breaking below that 5-minute fair value gap. Let's see if we get a close down there and may see a continuation to the downside. So it looks like we made a new higher low or a lower high. And this just doesn't want to work with me. see. I think I know what the issue is. Yep. Yep. All right. Experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties. Trying to get this card to work. Trying to pick up this Tradify account here, but it doesn't want to work with me. All right, let's see. Wow. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Oh, you know what? We're just gonna do it like this. This is how we're gonna do this. Give me 1 second, guys. It'll be right in. Goodness, man. Man. It's giving me all kinds of troubles here. Alright. I'm trying to pick up this account, but everything is giving me all kinds of problems here. So let's see. It looks like price is continuing on, so it looks like we're in a continuation now to the downside, at least until the PM session, which is good. So we'll look for some potential short continuations here. Let's see what ES is doing. NQ seems to be the weaker of the two. Looks like we have a small SMT divergence here on the 1 minute, which I really don't give too much weight to that. And so we swept the lows here on NQ, which NQ seems to be the weaker of the two. Didn't quite sweep the lows here on ES. So All right, so that seems like we're good on that. All right, there we go. There's our Lucid 50K account there, so good to go there. Everything went well. I like Lucid as well, but kind of waiting to see if I can get a discount code with Lucid. So right now we're just trying to get this, get our channel going, get a good documentation of our journey. Here's one thing about Lucid: you can get an affiliate code, but there is no application to sign. They kind of like they kind of invite you, so they got their eyes out. They'll see who's out there doing what, making sure that you're a real trader, that you're honest, that you're not just selling a bunch of hype. And if you align with their values and their core principles, they'll reach out and they'll ask to form a partnership with you, and that's pretty much how they work, which is pretty good. If I say that's one of the few prop firms that I can say that I've seen that operates in that manner. But it says a lot about who they are and what they're about. So right now, what we have is our IQ Capital. With IQ Capital, you can pick up a 50K eval for $9 and use code MAV, and they'll give you a nice, warm, welcoming packages for a $9 50K account, and it's a real account. I use it. I'm kind of at my daily loss limit right now, so I can't really trade an account as of now. But yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of pretty much done for the day on this account. But I do. This is their platform. I do like their platform, and haven't had. Can't really say anything bad about IQ Capital. But if anything pops up, I will let you know. So let's see what we got going on here. So I am looking for a continuation of the lows here. So we're below that 5-minute fair value gap. So we have a 1 minute. It may be retesting here. We may look to hit these, at least these lows here. Now around this area last time we did get a bounce to the upside. So Yeah, it looks like a slow flush to the downside here. I'm gonna wait to get a break of this low. Let's see if we can't get a small retracement to the upside.